June 27, 2025 Oregon State Lottery Commission meeting is now in session. Before we begin, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that Commissioner Julie Wilcox has stepped down from her role as a lottery commissioner. Julie has served on the commission since May 2018, and we'd like to thank her for her years of service and contributions she made during her tenure. We wish her all the best moving forward. It is noted for the record that the commissioners are attending this meeting via the web, and a quorum of commissioners is present for today's meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Here.
Commissioner Geller,
Here.
Commissioner Weller,
Here.
Chair Ramirez.
Here. Will the clerk please inform the commission of who else is in the meeting?
Yes, we have Nate Carter from the Department of Justice.
Members of the public had the opportunity to provide written public comment to the commission for this meeting. Can the clerk please confirm that no public comment was received?
That is correct. We did not receive any public comment this month.
And I'll hand it over to Director Wells for the director's report.
Thank you, Chair Ramirez. Good morning, commissioners. I also would like to start by offering a big thank you to former Commissioner Julie Wilcox for her years of service. For those who may not know, she served a very long career with Oregon State Police, and shortly after retiring from them, continued with her dedication to public service by joining the Lottery Commission. So Julie has always been a strong advocate for the lottery and our staff, never missing an opportunity to drop in at the lottery office while passing by to say hi. So we will definitely miss her presence on the commission, but also genuinely happy that she is truly stepping into her retirement at this point and can enjoy her time. So again, thank you, Julie, for all of your years of service to the state of Oregon. With that, moving into a little bit of a legislative update, it looks like the legislature is heading into the final stretch of session with adjournment expected by this Sunday. In your packet, you'll find a legislative update. And once the dust settles, we'll follow up with you in our July meeting with our plan to address the new laws that do impact the lottery. So there are, as you can see, a number of them in there. And we're working on some plans. So we'll share those with you in our next meeting as to how we're going to address that. Last week, Lottery was proud to sponsor this year's Veterans Benefit Expo, hosted by Oregon Department of Veterans Affairs, which is one of Lottery's beneficiaries. This event serves as a one-stop hub for veterans and their families to learn about the resources and benefits available to them. Since 2017, Oregon Lottery has contributed over $160 million in funds to support veteran services across Oregon. And with veterans making up nearly 20% of our workforce, this is a cause that hits close to home for us. A couple of weeks ago, I joined other members of the executive team and staff to clean up some trails and cut back brush at Willamette Mission State Park, north of Salem. Our efforts at this site were in preparation for State Parks Day on June 7th. This is one of many lottery-sponsored volunteer events for staff that we host throughout each year. In total, for the past fiscal year, our staff have participated in close to 200 hours of volunteer work across the state. So these are fun opportunities for us to get out and be out of the office in nature and help some of our beneficiaries in some of the work that they do. So at least speaking for myself, I think the executive team and I and staff had a great time. It was a beautiful day to be on some trails. So some exciting lottery news. I'd like to extend congratulations to our marketing team on earning 4 Telly Awards with our agency partner Pollinate. Each year, the Telly Awards honor excellence in video and television across all screens. 1 gold and 1 silver award were given to the Oregon Lottery for videos we created highlighting the Oregon Teacher of the Year. A gold award was earned for an animated spot on public education, and a bronze award for the launch of Cash Pop in that game campaign. So again, and congratulations to the marketing team for all of their work, and to our partner Pollinate, who is a strong participant in the creation of those videos. Moving on to sales, unchanged from last month. Overall sales are down 3% from last year, but Scratch It sales continue to be up about 10%. The $30 40th anniversary Pot of Gold ticket is still our top revenue producing game since it launched in January. We also launched our new State Parks Adventures themed Scratch It this month, and sales have been typical for our $5 price point with this ticket. Powerball and Mega Millions sales remain down due to the jackpot sizes. The last 11 Powerball jackpots have been below 500 million, which is a little bit unusual. 3 Mega Millions jackpots below 350 million in calendar year 2025 have put us behind last year's sales by 5.8%. Cash Pop has generated 4.1 million in sales in 23 weeks and continues to outperform the retired game Lucky Lines, which only averaged 1.8 million annually. So excited to see a better trend with that game, which was our hope. Video lottery sales are down 1.6%. Sports betting is still up from last year with a 14.4% increase in turnover. And as I like to do, I'm going to wrap up today's report with a few winter stories. Linda P., a retiree from Eagle Point, took off on a dream vacation to Alaska with her friends. While soaking up the breathtaking views and making memories, she quietly wished for a happy, fulfilling retirement. Well, fast forward to her return, Linda remembered her Win for Life ticket she picked up before the trip, but had not yet checked. When she checked it, it turned out to be a jackpot winner, meaning that Linda now earns $1,000 a week for the rest of her life. Her wish had literally come true. Always up for adventure, Linda already had more travel plans in motion to Boston, Hawaii, and even some personalized trips with her 5 grandchildren. She's excited that this money will help continue her travel adventures. Aaron B. of Warrington was stunned to discover his $1 million Powerball win while scanning his ticket at Main Street Market. A former U.S. Army sergeant, medically retired at age 23 after a skin cancer diagnosis. Aaron has continued to battle with brain cancer as well. After quitting smoking, he began using his savings from his smoking habit to purchase Oregon Lottery games, a choice that he now sees as a rewarding and positive change. He plans to use his winnings to buy a home and surprise his son by paying off his car loan. A DraftKings customer from Portland placed a $20 9-leg parlay using Major League Baseball run lines. And after winning all selections, the player collected $18,906.80 from his $20 wager. And Chair Ramirez, that concludes my report for this month. So I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you. Minutes of the previous commission meeting have been circulated to the commission in advance of today's meeting. If there are no changes to the minutes, is there a motion to approve?
I'll move that the minutes of the Oregon State Lottery Commission meeting and work session held on May 30th, 2025 be approved as final, as presented today.
Do I hear a second?
A second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller, no, he gave a thumbs up.
There it is. Aye.
Thank you. Chair Ramirez,
Aye. For the record, the motion is passed. Let's move on to a discussion on the FY26 strategic plan.
Thank you, Chair Ramirez and Commissioners. For the record, I am Ty Calandrello, Deputy Director and Strategy Officer here at the Lottery. In last month's Commission work session, we presented the draft fiscal year 26 strategic plan and had some discussion. And so today I'll just open it up for any additional topics you'd like to explore or questions you may have.
I don't have any.
I do not either.
All right, well, hearing none, thank you for your time.
So is there a motion to adopt the strategic plan?
I'll do the motion. I move the Oregon State Lottery Commission adopt the FY26 strategic plan as presented during the May 30th, 2025 work session.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller,
Aye.
Chair Ramirez.
Aye. For the record, the motion has passed. I will turn it back over to Director Wells again.
Yeah, thank you, Chair Ramirez. Commissioners, kind of following on with what Ty had discussed. As you remember, back May 30th, we had a work session. I felt like it was a productive session with Lottery staff outlining not only the strategic plan, but our executive level priorities. And we had a proposed budget to support those that we presented to you. These materials have since been shared for your review and are contained in your packets. There are several key motions that are also included in there that we look for your support on to get us through that FY26 direction as we discussed. Those motions, one of them is to approve an increase to our contingency reserve cap. Another motion to authorize the creation and the funding of a separate side PERS investment account. Third, to determine a recommendation for committing FY25 administrative savings. And fourth would be to adopt our FY26 budget, which would include the proposed compensation adjustments. So at this point, Chair Ramirez, I will pass this back to you and the Commissioner for consideration of these motions.
All right. So bear with me because we have 4 of them to go through. All right. The first one, the contingency reserve increase. Is there a motion to approve an increase to the contingency reserve?
I'll
make the motion. Oh, go ahead, Commissioner Weller.
Fight you for it. I lose. I move the Oregon Lottery Commission approve an increase to the contingency reserves cap from 135 million to 150 million in support of the FY26 budget and to enhance Lottery's emergency fund as presented during the May 30, 2025 work session.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller,
Aye.
Chair Ramirez.
For the record, the motion has passed. Is there a motion to approve the creation of a PERS side account?
Commissioner Weller, I thought this was yours.
I'll take them all. What the heck?
Mm,
I move the Oregon State Lottery Commission approve the creation of a PERS side account to hold the lottery's annual side account PERS allocation from administrative savings.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller,
Aye.
Chair Ramirez.
Aye. For the record, the motion has passed. Is there a motion to set aside the administrative savings funds?
I'll go ahead and take that one unless you want to, Commissioner Geller.
No, go ahead.
All right. I move the Oregon State Lottery Commission set aside FY25 administrative savings as follows: $20 million to the investment fund to cover annual video lottery terminal replacements, up to $14 million to the per side account, and the remaining balance to the contingency reserve account.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller,
Aye.
Chair Ramirez.
Aye. For the record, the motion has passed. Is there a motion to adopt the FY26 budget and compensation?
I'll go ahead and take that one. I move the Oregon State Lottery Commission adopt the proposed FY26 budget, including the associated compensation increases for the director, deputy director, and assistant directors as presented today.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Conrad,
Aye.
Commissioner Geller,
Aye.
Commissioner Weller,
Aye.
Chair Ramirez.
Aye. For the record, the motion has passed. This morning, we had a audit committee meeting, and I would turn it over to Commissioner Weller for some input or feedback on that meeting this morning.
There we go. The Lottery Commission meeting was held this morning prior to the commission meeting. The audit committee was briefed on the lottery's enterprise risk management program and risk register. Lottery continues to monitor enterprise risks around 5 key categories: strategic, financial, operational, compliance, and cybersecurity. Total of 12 risks were identified last quarter. Most of the risks remain unchanged with a few minor updates. For example, Lottery Management has determined that one risk could be closed pertaining to regulatory compliance risks, while adding a new risk related to the use of artificial intelligence. Overall, Lottery Management will continue to monitor and mitigate these risks on an ongoing basis and develop action plans to address each as necessary. The Internal Audit Department provided an update on the results of its follow-up review on management's actions in addressing open audit recommendations issued by the Internal Audit Department, a review of the lottery's finance and accounting department conducted by Deloitte, and from the biennial security review completed in 2024. A total of 114 open recommendations were followed up on during this reporting period, which consisted of 65 biennial security review recommendations, 25 from Deloitte, and 24 recommendations from Internal Audit Department engagements. Overall, Internal Audit reported that management has taken corrective actions to fully address and close 25 recommendations, is nearly complete in resolving 28 additional recommendations, and making progress in satisfying 10 other open recommendations. Of note, the internal audit team commended the Finance and Accounting Department for taking corrective actions to fully resolve 19 of 25 recommendations that remained open from the Deloitte review. Lottery has also made significant progress in addressing all high-risk findings from the 2024 biennial security review. Lastly, the audit committee received an update on 2 audit engagements that are currently in progress and a status report on the completion of the internal audit's calendar year 2025 audit plan. This completes my audit committee update.
Thank you. I'd like to open it up to the commissioners for any comments or questions.
I just want to thank the Director Wells and the all the staff who worked on the strategic plan. I know there wasn't discussion today, but we did spend a considerable amount of time in May discussing it. And I think I speak for the other commissioners that we appreciate all the thoughtful, hard work that's charting the path forward.
Yeah, thank you, Commissioner Geller. Definitely a lot of work went into it, a lot of staff time, but we appreciate the comments. Thank you.
I would
All
like
right.
to, excuse
Go
me.
ahead. Mhm.
I would like to personally thank and commend all of the people, primarily the commissioners, who make these meetings effective and informational, and yet relaxing enough that we don't have to get intense about anything that's going on. I definitely appreciate that kind of a group to meet together like this.
All right, if there are no other questions or comments, this concludes today's meeting of the Oregon State Lottery Commission. The next meeting is scheduled on Friday, July 25th. Thank you all for attending today's meeting. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, commissioners.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
all.
Have a good
Thanks.
weekend.
Mm.
Weekend.
Two.
Bye.